Welcome to Bayanat, the heartbeat of tech in MENA. We bring you raw stories and sharp insights from the founders, investors, and leaders building the region's startup ecosystem. Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're diving deep into an incredibly insightful piece from Founders Hustle, tracing the remarkable journey of Ramzi Chahine. This deep dive is all about uncovering the raw experiences of a founder who navigated, well, some major shifts, from architecture to tech entrepreneurship.
And then facing that incredibly tough decision to shut down a venture.
Exactly. Only to rise again, but with maybe an even clearer vision. Our mission here is to pull out those key nuggets of resilience, adaptability, and frankly, the hard-won lessons.
Lessons that are just invaluable for any founder, any investor, really anyone interested in business in the region.
Yeah, you might find pieces of Ramzi's journey that really resonate with your own experiences. So let's start with Ramzi's background because it's fascinating. His childhood was almost like a training ground for adaptability.
Spanning Tunisia, Canada, Saudi Arabia, Jordan.
That's a lot of
moving.
Right. You could say he was prepped for the entrepreneurial roller coaster from a super young age, constantly reacclimating, building new connections.
Understanding different cultures, different ways of doing things.
He even admitted himself it wasn't the typical path.
And that constant change isn't just trivia about his upbringing. It seems like it fundamentally wired him for the unpredictable nature of startups.
How so?
Well, think about it. Every new country means new rules, new norms, new problems to figure out. For founders, that kind of ingrained adaptability becomes a real superpower.
Superpower. I like that.
Yeah, because it trains you to see challenges, pivots, not as like dead ends, but as new puzzles, opportunities, really. It builds that mental muscle for navigating uncertainty.
That's a critical point. So that early life built a foundation. And interestingly, his first passion, architecture, that also demanded a mix of creativity and problem solving, didn't it?
Absolutely. A blend of science and art, designing in 3D.
And that passion for design, for function, for visualizing complex things that really shaped his first big venture. But despite all this, Ramzi didn't initially see himself as an entrepreneur. Not at all.
Right. He thought maybe when I'm 40 years old or something like that.
Yeah, but then a connection with Malik Nouira, the founder of Prefabulous in the construction space, that kind of opened his eyes.
And Malik encouraged him to join the Founder Institute,
which Ramzi called Undergrad for Entrepreneurs. A great description.
And that's so significant, isn't it? The power of mentorship, accelerators.
Totally.
The Founder Institute wasn't just about an idea. It was a fundamental shift. It helped him move from that employee mindset to an employer mindset.
And that's not just talk, right? It's practical skill.
Exactly. Crafting investor decks, refining business models, tangible stuff. This is really where Birdhouse started to take shape properly.
So Birdhouse, born out of this incubation, the premise sounds simple, but it was pretty innovative. A digital-first storage furniture brand.
The innovation was in the process. Digital designs made in CAD.
Right. Computer-aided design software, crucial for precision.
Sent to local MENA manufacturers who had CNC machines.
Computer numerical control, basically. Super accurate computer-controlled cutting.
Which made distribution way smoother, more scalable, no need for a huge central factory.
Ramzi called it productized or maybe on-demand furniture.
And the tech core. That was the 3D configurator. Really interactive using augmented reality, AR.
AR, so you could see the furniture in your own room, virtually.
Precisely. Customers could personalize everything, size, materials, you name it, and crucially, the production files for those CNC machines were generated automatically.
Wow.
So yeah, furniture brand on the front end, but deep down, a technology company on the back end. That dual identity that became really important later.
Early on, though, things looked good. After Founder Institute, he joined Flat Six Labs in Tunisia, graduate school for entrepreneurs, as he put it.
Another step up.
And that led to his first funding. Huge validation.
Yeah, he said they invested in Birdhouse, so must be doing something right. Gives you that boost. And another big win, getting a manufacturing partner in Tunisia who didn't just agree to make this stuff.
They actually invest?
Yeah, they believed in the vision that much. That's powerful validation.
These early wins, accelerators, investors, partners who get it, they're so critical, aren't they?
Absolutely. They give you the confidence, the capital to scale. Ramzi was even looking at similar companies in Europe and Brazil as benchmarks.
Setting his sights high, aiming for big MENA markets like the UAE, Saudi Arabia.
Vision for expansion was definitely there.
Okay, so you've got the highs, the validation, the vision, but here comes the tough part, the reality check.
Always does.
Despite all that conviction, the team's effort, Birdhouse struggled. struggled to get sustainable traction, and maybe more critically, struggled to get more funding.
And the core issues seem to be investor perception.
Exactly. VC's venture capitalists, they kept seeing Birdhouse as just a furniture brand, not the tech company it was underneath.
Even though the tech was the enabler.
Right. He even shared that some VCs told him straight up, the technology you're using, that's what we invest in. But you're a brand using it. Ouch.
That's the classic VC conundrum with hybrid businesses, isn't it? Furniture on the front, tech on the back. It can confuse the narrative for investors looking for pure software plays.
They saw the physical product as a bottleneck, maybe?
Potentially. Or just outside their standard thesis. It raises that big question. How do you position a hybrid? Ramsey, with his design background, really wanted his own brand.
Not just white label tech.
Exactly. But positioning it as both just proved too complicated for the investors he needed. And so after 3 years, he made the call to shut it down.
And it wasn't quick. He didn't just give up. He tried everything for months.
Exploring B2B partnerships, right, with co-working spaces.
Yeah, trying to find any angle to get traction, maybe bypass the investor issue. Just imagine how draining that must have been.
Beyond the funding perception, the source mentions 2 other big challenges. First, market readiness.
Yeah. In Tunisia, people preferred the local carpenter with the Pinterest photo.
Pretty much. Ordering customizable furniture online with AR. It wasn't quite there yet in terms of consumer behavior. The adoption curve wasn't steep enough.
Okay, so market timing. What was the second thing?
A crucial lack of key expertise, specifically a co-founder skilled in marketing.
Oof, that's tough.
Ramsey recalled spending 40 to 45% of the money raised on marketing, but without a dedicated CMO.
Chief Marketing Officer.
Right. He had to teach himself brand marketing on weekends.
Yeah.
It's just not efficient when you're trying to scale.
So market misalignment, the expertise gap, dwindling cash, it all added up.
Made the decision inevitable, even if it took time. He said, it wasn't as soon as I ran out of money that I decided to quit. It took another 6 months.
Wow.
But at some point, it just drains you, and you know it's time.
Yeah.
Recognizing that point is key.
And what's really interesting, though, is even after it shut down, others saw the potential.
Yeah, architects from the UK, a furniture company in Jordan, they reached out about the model, the IP.
The designs, the tech.
Exactly. It shows the core idea had merit. Ramsey still hopes someone will crack the code on that balance, customization, affordability, standing out from, say, IKEA.
So even a quote-unquote failed venture leaves a mark. Proves a need.
Absolutely. And the learnings for Ramsey were immense. Product market fit, understanding why it didn't click immediately, scalability issues, investor expectations, all things he's now applying.
Which brings us to his new path. What's he doing now?
He's completely shifted gears. Venture co-pilot focusing on talent outsourcing and recruitment.
So away from B2C products.
Totally. He realized B2C wasn't his fit. Now he's targeting high-ticket services, aiming for repeat income. Very different model.
Not building a typical VC-backed tech company this time.
Nope. He's building a service company. Explicitly says, I'm not focused on building technology or looking for a CTO.
That's a huge pivot. Not just the business, but the ambition, maybe.
Definitely. It's a lesson in changing the entire model based on past experience. His philosophy now, as a second-time founder,
Right.
life's too short to stay stuck.
You don't need to stick to one thing. There's so much to explore. I like that.
It's about finding what works for you, what gives you energy.
And his honesty about the journey is refreshing, too, being candid about failure.
Which many founders shy away from.
Right, for sure. He said, the reality is your first company might not be the one that succeeds, and that's okay. And crucially, if I kept holding on to Birdhouse, I was just pushing my potential success with the next venture further away.
That takes real self-awareness. Letting go to move forward.
It really does. And it poses a question for you listening, doesn't it?
Definitely. How do you define success on your journey? Is it one big exit, or is it the process, the learning?
Ramsey seems to see it as evolving. I'm going to build multiple companies. Some will succeed, others won't. That's part of the game.
It's about letting go, staying focused, tackling problems. Maybe failure isn't an end, but just a redirection, a powerful one.
For more stories like this, subscribe to Bayanat's newsletter and stay updated on the latest in MENA's tech and startup ecosystem.